going on, everybody? This is called Crackasmyle Studios, and I'm sitting here with guest host Austin, who's the drummer for Fury58, and I'm here with the guys in Spread Eagle. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Cole. Hey, Austin. Crackasmyle.
Man, I'm actually really, I may not look like it, but I'm really excited to see you guys again. It's been a long day.
We're all tired right now.
Oh yeah. Hell of a show.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about the new the new 5 songs that you guys did with the demos and stuff. What, were those just demos that you guys hid behind, I guess locked up and evolved or whatever, or just something you guys came across after years of oh man, we just found this after where did this come from, or where did those come from?
I went through my storage space recently, and I had a big box of stuff, posters, magazines, shirts, yo-yos, pretty yo-yos, and I found the cassette of the original demo, which is the demo that got us signed, and then we had mastered and released it. So it's our new release. We're proud of that.
That was the demo that got us signed.
Now, how did that, when you guys found out, what was your initial reaction when you guys found it?
I was shocked.
And you still had it after all the time, or just
Because I'd seen it on eBay, or just old stuff on eBay. I think that probably, probably had 25 copies or something. We were sending out or whatever. And it went for $100. I got outbid, so that was a couple of years ago.
Right.
So I didn't know I had it, and I found it, so it's pretty amazing.
Because Rob is the keeper of that.
Yeah, I've seen the video. Well, I don't have a lot of stuff, but I got some cool special stuff.
It was cool to hear gunshot everywhere.
And it's really aggressive. The demo in general is really aggressive.
That version of Scratch Your Cat is very
Yeah.
more aggressive.
So what caused those songs to not be on the album?
The one?
Yeah.
What do you think, right?
It's just our taste at the time. It just didn't make the cut for some reason. It wasn't just us as a band. It was other people around us too. We weren't so independent back in the day. But I always thought it was a cool song. Kind of had a very it's a sleazy vibe to that song. We were still trying to find our identity in that writing.
We got signed so quickly. We wrote those 6 songs, and we booked some shows north of the city in Manhattan. And one of our managers, two managers, he invited some friends down to get feedback on what we should do to succeed. And we started getting, and they were from record labels, we started getting offers. We hadn't even done our first shows yet. However, we had been slugging it out for years and years in all these bands, So we had literally hundreds of shows, under our belts, but with Spread Eagle, it was a brand new band.
Yeah, a lot of energy back in the day.
A lot of energy.
Did it feel good to kind of have that reminiscing, that youthful we're 35 years now at this point, so I mean,
Oh, it's always a trip to look back. You know what I mean? I'm not the most nostalgic person in the world, but it's cool to see the work that we did. That sort of it's a timepiece. So we did back then, so it's cool. I mean, obviously our tastes have matured since then, so it's always cool to look back.
So I was talking to Ray about this earlier, but I was talking to him about the differences between Scratch Like a Cat and Switchblade, the videos and on the record. What was the purpose behind? They were re-recorded, right, for the videos?
Oh yeah, the purpose is that they all could do it better than we could. You know what I mean? It's we need to do this version for MTV because they want it this way, more choruses, and I think even Scratch Like a Cat got edited. So
The lyric,
yeah, balls. It's come on, man. But they always felt that they had a better way of doing things. It was a bit of a manipulation back in the past.
Were both of those videos shot in New York? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
well, the Scratch was in a soundstage in Queens,
Yeah, huge place.
and Switchblade was in our neighborhood, the East Village in Manhattan.
Who came up with the video idea for Switchblade?
That would be Scott Calvert, I would guess.
Yeah,
Right?
we had two managers back in the day. Scott Calvert worked for Calhoun Productions, and they were a video company. Actually, I think he did like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air too. Parents Just Understand. Yeah, old school. And he did there's a Marky Mark video. It's called Good Vibrations, and it's actually the same video. Yeah, it's actually the same video template I think that we used or something. Like, I was playing the fence, and black and white, things like that.
So do you think that with the differences in that in the MTV control, do you think that may have kind of had a big reason with not necessarily just you guys, but with the other bands around that time when the big shift, like with the MTV trying to take too much control of what they were doing as opposed to the actual art that you guys put out?
Well, and things became style over substance, and that's why the music business got a kick in the ass. You kind of had guys, we had party songs, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of sad guys writing sad songs, and the musical taste just changed. I think it was new. Nobody knew what the hell they were doing back then. We just got caught in the mix.
Which is crazy because, I don't really think you
Makes
guys
sense.
really wrote party songs. I always liked everything on the first record because it's real, streetwise.
Well, yeah,
growing up hard.
Yeah, not us per se, but other bands, they just got to be a bit much.
Yeah.
I think we were a little more down and dirty, more aggressive because that was our nature, that was our backgrounds.
Yeah, there was some people around us that wanted to smooth it over a little bit, and we didn't want to. And in hindsight, it was the right thing. We stayed true to what we were. You can only be what you are. If you're not doing what you are, you're not that good. If you try to do something that you're not, it doesn't come out very good.
Right.
If you do what you are, it comes out good, and everyone believes in it. So that's what we were, and what we still are.
Being a little bit more dirty and having a little bit more balls also, think helped with them early Pantera shows that you guys did.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful on the balls comment though, because
Yeah.
There
you go. MTV.
But we, I think we did the concrete foundations form, and we did our set just before Pantera.
Yeah.
And Dimebag gave us a nice compliment, so it was cool. We were back then. We could hold up against most bands.
We were. If you look at the old videos, we were very heavy. So
we were like
very heavy and very energetic.
Yeah. The live show was like what they say. We were like caged monkeys at feeding time. I thought that was fun.
Being from New York, did you guys do any shows at CB's before it closed down?
I did tons, but Spread Eagle never played CB's. But I used to play there.
I thought we did, no?
No.
I did with the other bands, yeah.
Yeah, I played there a lot.
It was a great venue, man.
Did you talk to old Kelly Crystal any?
Yeah, I met him.
Nice.
He booked some bands I was in, yeah.
Stevie's had a great sound system.
Yeah, they did. That stage was set up a lot of low end because it was in the corner, the way it was rounded like that. It just felt really good too.
Set up for a lot of cool live recordings and things like that.
Mm-hmm. What was the best show you guys ever saw there?
At CB's.
That's kind of
I saw the Ramones do an afternoon show. That was kind of cool.
I think it was
Yeah.
played them.
That's when we used to know. That's when Joe Ramone used to be around.
Life of Agony was really great.
Nice.
With Dogma opening, that was really great.
So now, here we are 35 years later and stuff. There's a rumor going around you guys are writing an album. You guys are putting an album. Is that true? Is there anything you can verify? Is there anything
We're working on it.
can't tell us?
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're not supposed to talk about it too much, but we are working on it, and it's getting done.
Is it still being put out and distributed by? Did Frontier do your last one?
Yeah, Frontiers did the last one. Yeah, they'll do the next one.
Okay.
You got an idea of when it might be, you think? We're talking a year, 2 years,
Less.
couple months,
Less than a year.
Okay. Not somewhere I gotta wait 17 years and get a Dr. Pepper deal.
So it'll help us get some momentum. It's good every time that we do an album cycle. Let's do that.
On an honest opinion, which out of you guys, which one do you like the best? You like the first record or Open to the Public better?
Oh, I think for me, it's more the songs. I like different songs of each album. They're all our babies, but
I like the first album.
it's got great youthful exuberance on it. A lot of great energy on it.
The photo on Open to the Public, what is that? It looks like a mosh. Is that what it is?
It is. It's an outdoor festival of some kind, and they just it's all Palooza. That's right. And they just took the photo and.
Was that Danny Clinch?
I think so. Yeah.
Danny Clinch.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a cool concept. Being it open to the public with having an open crowd is kind of cool.
Yeah, I always loved that name. I always thought it was a great title for an album.
Well, with the name like Spread Eagle, just kind of wanted to play with the words a little bit, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
We
It's a
were
great
wide-
name.
We
It's a
were wide
wonderful
open
name.
for business.
It's a wonderful name. So if usually with the end of every interview, I try to ask, you know, some type of like funny or very like intriguing question. And for you guys, I want to go down the aisle and just like ask like what would be your favorite piece of music you've written? Like, what would be, I guess, like if you were going to introduce Spread Eagle to anybody who had never heard, what would be the one that you would do as far as like your like from your heart?
That's good.
From your heart, like what if you're like, this is my opus of the band, or this is like my piece that I absolutely like, you have to come see us play this, what would that be for you guys?
I'm sure Rob has a quick answer.
Well, we probably all have our, you know,
Right.
preference.
Right.
I would say Through These Eyes for me.
Nice.
It kind of has an epic quality to it. I really do like Broken City, something about it.
Show me.
Yeah, I would say Broken City because it's heavy, but it's also epic in a way, and
Lots of guitar solos.
it's not a very fast song, but there is a great guitar solo in the middle, so there is the quiet part. Yeah, it's very sweet compared to the other songs of Spread Eagle. It's more, there are more things on there, so.
Yeah, that song
King
has
of
some
the
extremes.
Dogs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
that's got
A whole bunch of stuff.
groovability to it. Yeah.
And a lot of
The
stuff.
song's kind of ahead of its time, though.
Back
Lyrically,
on the beaches.
Really, that album is kind of ahead of its time.
lyrically, King of the Dogs, to me, is really ahead of its time. Speaking on issues that weren't really talked about a lot back then.
But they were happening.
They were happening though. Yeah, I mean the issue with the brutality has always been around with that. You know.
Yeah,
You think it still resonates today with everything going on?
I think it's
Yeah,
more
we live-
relevant today than
We
it
live
was
in a
back
world where
then.
things are recorded. You know.
Yeah,
It's more visceral. It's in your face. So people say that. I've heard that before. That it's where some of it was ahead of its time. It's great that we can play now. The songs have so much.
relevance.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good you
guys,
said that.
thank you so much for doing this. I've been waiting to do this one for quite some time.
Thank you, Cole and Austin. Crackasmyle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Everything.
guys.
Thank you.